welcome to the spill. We've been on a little bit of a break, but it was the holiday season and we were taking a chill pill.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, but we are back and ready for a new season of the spill. And Michelle, we're going to kick this off with talking about, matter of fact, as we're shooting today, today's Monday, we're celebrating Martin Luther King's birthday, of course. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King Jr. And we want to talk about something that everybody's pretty much talking about, and that's the Oscars and the Academy Awards and the lack of nominations for people of color this year.
Yeah.
And it's actually amazing because I am a member of the Screen Actors Guild. And I got to tell you, I wasn't really, because what they would do, a lot of times they'll send you demo movies for you to watch and vote on, et cetera, et cetera. But I didn't really know how everything worked until you, matter of fact, you told me about the president currently.
Yes. They have, for the first time in history, an African-American female who is presiding over the Academy and the nominations and the whole process, which is great because we're going to need that sister Cheryl Boone Isaacs to kind of get up on that committee that's comprised of people who look like each other and have been running the show for a little bit. A little bit.
Absolutely. So we shouldn't be surprised, Michelle. The bottom line is we should not be surprised when I think in 2012, it was a study done by staff writers for the LA Times, and they said that the vast majority of the members are white males and over 50. I think the median age is 62. Wow. So are we surprised that we are not oftentimes represented? There's only been 4 or 5 for the best actor in a category, been people of color, 4 or 5 in maybe 30 or 40 years. Right. And we know Halle Berry has won, we know Denzel won for Training Day. But there's been so many other brilliant performances by people of color and they have not been nominated. And that's not coincidental, plain and simple.
No, each category is comprised of a committee for that category. And so there's no overlapping in certain categories. Now, it was my understanding, I read in an article, Cheryl Boone Isaacs says that for best film, Tony, all the members, which is over 7,000 members, can vote. So you see Selma was part of the best movie. When you look at Best Actor, only other actors can nominate actors, only other directors can nominate directors. But I still find it just unreal to think that other directors didn't recognize Ava DuVernay's spectacular depiction of this very historical moment. And David Oyelowo, I mean, King jumped up in him and he channeled him all the way through. So I'm finding that really, really tricky to not recognize that. But Cheryl Boone Isaacs did say that those who have been nominated, to include Bradley Cooper, Steve Carell, they are at the top of their game. So it almost makes you wonder, you got to pay some dues or something, but that couldn't be the case. Look at Lupita Nyong'o. Now, of course, she's been an actress prior to that, but she wasn't a mainstream actress. She's certainly not Meryl Streep or Halle Berry, and she won. So let's stop with the BS, boom, 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 and let's get down to the realness, and let's hope Miss Cheryl Boone Isaacs works with some of us of our own skin color to help us get there.
And besides, let's just start with changing the composition. Okay, no, 94% of an Academy that's voting on motion pictures and who should get awards and who shouldn't should be representative of our culture, not just 50-year-old white men and older, because we're not going to be surprised by the kind of films that get nominated and don't get nominated. Certainly.
And they seem to, I don't know, they seem to have an affinity for these very, either, as my son says, patriotism is back, the very patriotic movies, American Sniper, or just some stuff that's a little deep. I saw Birdman, it was good. I love Michael Keaton. He's one of my favorite Batman. But so let's keep our eyes. We have to be the sentinels at the gate here, guys. We have to be the ones watching and getting in touch with Miss Cheryl Boone Isaacs every year to say, hey, lady, let's talk about it. And hopefully some of those Sony hackers will hack them and we can find out who the members of the committee are. Because I don't think we're going to find out otherwise.
You would have thought with that hacking thing kind of going on that they would have been a little more conscious.
And you think there'd be transparency. But I don't know if they're assuming that people are going to kind of lobby them to get their vote. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason, some secret society, but we'll keep you posted on that one. So.
Okay. Exactly. All I can say. Okay. It's kind of like the reason why I'm just beyond disappointed in the media on this one, where all of the coverage that took place for these terrorists that killed the 12 journalists in Paris, and obviously horrendous, crazy people, but there were 2,000 people of color, black people, Nigerians, that were slaughtered by terrorists as well. And where is the media coverage of that? Again, I don't know. For me, I'm always being accused. So I used to see a demon behind every bush. Well, demon and bush. It's just, I'm just sorry. You could not convince me that if it was different, if there were 2,000 and they say the people were all women, children, and elderly people. If 2,000 elderly white people, women with children were slaughtered by terrorists, there would be more coverage, Michelle, on television about it.
Certainly, I do not disagree at all, Tanya. There would certainly be more coverage. There would certainly be more emphasis. I just think that we've become so anesthetized to some of the things that happen in some of the third world countries. I think that we're so caught up in some of these things that seem to be not in my backyard. Oh, this should never happen in Paris, in the streets of Paris. Paris being one of the most fabulous, the biggest, baddest city in Europe. No, don't come into my school in Newton and kill all of my little babies. And every day in Syria, in Pakistan, in Africa, something is going on. And we just see that. I just think we're so used to it.
Yeah,
it's part of the course. Yeah, and it just happens and people don't do anything about it. But on top of that, I want to stress that we of color need to support our people of color. And too many of us have no kindred spirit with Africans. And those are our ancestors. That's the motherland for us, but we don't look at it that way.
No.
We feel like we're like light years apart. And
in many ways we are.
But at the same time, yes,
that's right.
At the same time, yes, our cultures are different. That happens all the time. But we're not Parisian.
That's right.
Parisians, oh
Absolutely.
my God, that's
right.
a totally different world. And half of them don't even like us. They don't even really like Americans.
Yeah.
And they want it. They're chastising the president for having not gone. Well, if every time something jumped off here, I don't see people from Europe coming at Newtons and Columbines and all of some of the really, really tragic things that happen right here in the United States. So get up off of my president on that one. But I know it's not y'all. I know it's not y'all. No, I know who it is. Get up off my man. Love that man. Okay, anyway. So, having said that, we have to let the world know that we respect and we support our people of color, even if we've never met them. There's just a portion. We comprise a big portion of the population, people of color, and we're not doing anything to support one another. So let's make sure we keep our eyes open. We do the things that we need to do. We support one another. And going back to what I was saying earlier, Tanya, whatever happened to the Trumpet Awards? We're worried about the Academy, but we have some award ceremonies and some really important. I mean, I value the NAACP awards, and yes, you're right. We shouldn't have to pull ourselves apart from the group.
I don't say that.
I think it's very important.
Yeah, exactly. I don't say that we don't have to. A lot of people will say that. Though. We'll say, why are we now? We're supposed to be in the post-racial era. We got a black president. Now y'all got to have something separate. You know what? It's unfortunate, but it's real. It's real. And so
and it's okay. Hispanics do it. Everybody does it. Asians have their own set. They don't come over here looking for the Academy to do something for them.
That's right.
So let's just recognize that we are worthy of our own praise.
That's right.
We should be praising each other every day.
That's right.
And if the Academy can't get with it, then the Academy just can't get with it, because for me the proof is in the dollars. And if the movie is selling out. A statue can be up there, but some of them statues, when actors fall from grace, some statues will be on auction. So I wouldn't put my value in a statue, because that's what it is, or in. I don't even want to say that you shouldn't feel like your craft is being acknowledged. But if not, find acknowledgement someplace else. So that's
Well,
it for me.
I
I'm
tell
not
you, the
gonna say
proof of the
anything else.
pudding is in the money.
Girl,
And
what you
always,
say?
always follow
He
the
holds the
money.
cash is king.
You know what? That brings us to a topic I definitely want to discuss. I know y'all are watching Empire. What this is, I think there's only been 2 episodes so far, and they've already been renewed for another season.
We're gonna need an entire show. For
Yes,
Empire because
I want to talk about why is Empire so hot, y'all? Why is it? That's what we're going to talk about the next time we come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, send us hashtag Empire is on fire.
Do you love Empire? Apparently, a whole lot of people are loving it because they're saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna renew y'all right now." Ching, 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 ching.
Love it, love it. Can't even explain how I love it, and sometimes I'm embarrassed that I love it so much. I think because we can kind of relate to a couple of things. I remember my mama beat my brother all up and down the house with a broom.
You know
so
what?
I could feel
no,
that.
You know what I was gonna have a problem with, Michelle? I said, you know what? If y'all go off and do something that every black household in America knows would be bull crap, well, a child calling his mama a bitch
and
that just got out of
beat that
prison.
ass.
I said, okay, if she just says, I can't believe you actually called me a bitch, I'm
Please.
turning the TV.
Oh,
but she
man.
did exactly what she was supposed to do.
Swept him all over the house. Okay,
That was funny.
she gonna get the dirt up off the floor, and he gonna be part of it. Listen, let us know what you're thinking. Michelle at thespilltv.com, Tanya at thespilltv.com, and our Twitter.
Yes, and go with the spill, y'all. Tweet us and let us know. Are you already an Empire a junkie? And after only 2 seasons, but let us know. Get my pass when you need them. We're gonna see you next time.
Oh, you make me take a
goodness.
drink
I
already.
say
You're
always,
crazy.
yeah.
You need Jesus today. Forget about Martin Luther King.
You know what?
need
You're
Jesus.
right, Jesus. You know I do. Okay.
Slow now, baby.